Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Ako po si Danny. Today, I'm going to talk about why the Philippines is the places where Korean is really wanna live in other countries. So now let's find out why the Philippines is really popular with Koreans. The first reason why Korean can live in the Philippines is that the cost of living is lower than that of Korea. Of course, everything is relative, so in the Philippines, you can spend more money in Korea. But if you live like that in Korea, it will cost more money. Korean residents who have lived in the Philippines for more than 10 years usually say that they can live a normal life in the Philippines for about 70% cost of living in Korea. The second reason why Korean can live in the Philippines is that they have leisure life. Everything is competition in Korea. So compete to go to college, compete to get a job, and compete to get promoted. So even if you make a lot of money, there are no leisure life. But in the Philippines, you can enjoy many things for less than Korea. And famous beaches such as Cebu, Boracay are really popular in Koreans. Therefore, the Philippines is recommended for people in their 40s and 60s and who are about to retire or already retired and want to enjoy their old age comfortably. The third reason why Korean can live in the Philippines is that they can study English. In fact, the Philippines is more famous for English language training in Korea these days. People don't know the Philippines has the third largest number of English-speaking people in the world. Of course, the first country is the United States. In other words, the most of people in the Philippines can speak English. Of course, there are differences in skill, but the people who graduated ordinary college can speak high-quality English. That's why Korean students go to the Philippines for language training. The fourth reason why Korean can live in the Philippines is that the climate and air are really good compared to Korea. Many Koreans think that the Philippines is hot. Of course, Philippines is hot because of the tropical reason. However, Koreans do not go to the Philippines to walk in the field or fish in the sea. Most of the time, they live indoor and use air conditioner when it is very hot. Also, there is a fine dust in Korea these days. Perhaps the number of Koreans dying lung cancer is gonna increase in the future. It is said that 50% of fine dust comes from China. However, the Philippines is an island country and China doesn't exist on the windy side. It's just an island on the sea. In the case of Manila, the capital of the Philippines, there are not many mountains, so it is well ventilated. So even in Manila, where the traffic is so heavy, the fine dust is washed by the wind. So if you don't like cold weather and you want to be freed from the fine dust, and you can say that the Philippines is the best. So we found out 4 reasons why it is really good to live in the Philippines. That's why I really want to go back to the Philippines for my last of my life. It's Korean Danny, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Then see you next video, guys. Bye bye.